Hi, my name's Steph. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, we're going to dive into our daily dose of divination and inspiration with our scroll here, and we'll add on some tarot and oracle along the way. I hope you're doing well. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. I hope that everything is feeling well for you whenever you do receive this. Feel well also to comment below, drop an emoji, as any interactions with the channel is appreciated. Helps the channel grow and all that kind of good stuff. When you're ready, we're going to fold this. If you'd like to close the eyes to cleanse the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. May you meet a message with meaning. All right, when you're ready for the reveal, let's do it to it. Here's your Inkblot. If any shapes or symbols are standing out and speaking to your psyche and psychic senses, you can also take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time. So funny to me. All right, I'm going to dig in here. You know the drill as well. I will see you tomorrow for the flip side of the scry. We're only going to do one direction. Sorry, there's dancing elves or gnomes. They're up here dancing. I don't know if those symbols mean something to some. It's as though I'm seeing gnomes or elves that you would see in a garden, and they're coming to life. They represent, it's almost like, the statue of them that we would put in our gardens or it may be in books. They are statues that let them know they're honored, these energies. Maybe they're earth energies, sprites, fairies, deities that work, that appear smaller to us, but they just work in numbers. They work in numbers, and there's a dancing anyway. They're dancing around you, like they celebrate you. There is a horse with their head down. What does that? It almost feels like when you can not make a horse, but train a horse, and they almost like a curtsy, but it's a horse. If the symbol means anything to you, and they're curtsying down towards you. When I follow that feeling through one rabbit hole anyway, you might have an assistance in getting on your high horse, but this feels really positive, like that connection with a person and their horse, or a dog, or an animal, or a pet, another person, your connection with spirit, the afterlife, angels, this, that, or the other. There's something very honorable here. There's an honor on your high horse, and it feels very freeing. It feels very freeing. There's also a line of respect somewhere that means a lot to you. I want to note, sorry, as well over here, and check your vibe deck. The card that came out is instant feedback. And the way I'm seeing this, as it just called to my attention, is, you know, that thing like rub your belly, pat your head. You can almost do two things at once, in sequence, in sync. I feel like okay, so this is why I can get on this horse. Because of that accomplishment. I don't know if it's something I do. I don't even know, maybe you do it without knowing, but it's something you've carved out and cultivated along the way, and it helps you make decisions about things, where you're going to go once upon the horse. Whenever you get on this horse, as a symbol, of course, as a vehicle, representing whatever it is that you may want it to represent, and knowing what that understanding is, when I'm going to head into a direction, me and the horse are in an agreement. And we know, almost like by asking said horse, or your connection to whatever it is that you are believing in, have faith in, you get instant feedback, yay or nay. Nay, that's funny. Are we going to go this way or are we going to go that way? But there's this honorable time seeing the head go back and forth. And it's like I ask the horse for not their opinion, for their wisdom. Which, should we go this way or that way? And there's a bow. A bow to you. It's a communication. Okay, sorry, I'm going to keep on going here and we'll add on some cards along the way. There's something going on in here. I'm just trying to, there's two faces. I feel like from this middle center of these eyes with these horses, what is honorable for you? That's not a judgment related to anyone else. This feels what's honorable for my holistic nature, in which way I may proceed. I'm being celebrated by these earth sprites. It's like wherever the horse tromps or trollops or gallops or runs or races, and where your heart is like the engine of that motion of the horse. It's like horses and hearts, and they're working together. And then there's this other energy that, like in the negative space here, the kind of, I don't know why. I don't know why it's there, because I can sense it, but I'm not actually receiving it because it's covered. It's like somebody's hollering at me because you're being you. This is part of the instant feedback. Not that it's black and white, and not that it's one way or the other, but it's like you notice immediately. You notice me, because this is what I feel like you want for others as well. Around you, be you. I'm also seeing the so if you know me, I love me some Beetlejuice. So one of my favorites. There's a point in the movie where the mom at the end creates a bust head of Beetlejuice, and she puts it in her husband's face, and he's like, whoa, and he likes it. He likes it. There's something about that. He likes it. It's startling, but maybe you like something that you've worked through, because whatever that journey is with that Beetlejuice head that represents to the parents, right? And they've been through this whole thing. Again, if there's a statue like the gnomes, you're letting something or someone know in honor of what you've been through, in honor of their energy, whatever the case may be. And I feel like there's a whole flood of other definitions, and I'll leave it at that, but that's okay. In this moment, it's like what you've been through can startle others, and maybe this is why there's this yelling at me a little bit, but I'm not actually hearing it. It's because it's muffled, and I feel like they might be a little frustrated that they're muffled. Now, if this is a part of me, and I feel like I'm not listening to a part of me, that's where I want to like check in, or which is it? Is it rub the heart, pat the head? I'm not sure. That's where I want to check in. Am I not listening to me, or a part of me, or is it outside of me and that's why it's muffled? I don't know. Okay, let's add on another card before I get ready to let you go and have this great day. Oh, because it's almost like teachers and triggers. Teachers triggering certain learnings for this instant feedback. It's like not waiting to get the results from a test. And this academia, because there's some sort of, it's being on the high horse, like being an academic professor, and the whole student teacher thing is great, but it's almost like you appear to make it look effortless, and that might trigger some, but that is really teaching them that maybe that's it's unseen by your wing, the information of how or what you've done. It's unseen because there's something about aligning intentions for them to see or cultivate their own path, or to admit that they are inspired by it. Now, on the other hand, you've done a lot of learning through this. You yourself have done a lot of learning. You have received teachings. It's like you can play with the grass and the dirt and the fairies and the sun, and then you can also put on a suit or dress however you want. It's not the point. And also be a respected teacher and a respected student. Yeah. I hope. Okay. One more. Okay. Sorry. So sometimes, like with that Beetlejuice head, the bust of it, you can startle people, or they're receiving it as startled. But I keep hearing, like, be on your high horse with honor. It's leadership. Be on your high horse with honor. Because that's what you would want for other people, is to be able to sit tall, still being able to be wild, like going on these wild adventures, very freeing. I don't know anything about horses, but I want to say, like, oh, bear with me. Like, you can ride side saddle, you can ride saddle free, bare. Is that bare something? Like bare butt? I don't know. You can also have all the luxuries for your longer journeys. There's something about this horse symbol, thank you, that now has received, just as I'm going through this. Because when I see you trotting, running, racing, galloping, at some point, just out of my view, if I may, it's like I can just see it outside. The horse has wings and takes flight. Because there's some space of your leadership, your act of love is just to be you and to continuously explore. And there's also, I want to admit, a cycle here. It's not a cycle in the typical space or sense. When I was a child, when you came in, are an innocent energy, just here to be you. Whether they're physical, energy, emotional teachers, you became adept. I could use the word apprentice, but it's not quite the right word, because apprentice, it's like an inspiring apprentice from many modalities, and you in turn become the leader and directions of where you're going. Oh, and you can also give instant feedback. If energies step forward to you and want instant feedback. Here's the funny thing, though. I feel like you don't give it instantly in a reaction way. It's like almost like meeting a guru or somebody, and somehow the message that they give back is cryptic, or rephrases the question or gives an answer that doesn't answer, doesn't give them what they want so that they can just take it and run. Like steal a horse and run. Not saying anyone's stealing a horse, but you know what I mean? Like get back on their horse and haul ass. There's a reflection time. That's the brilliance, because it's inspired that. Maybe you inspire that. You've received that inspiration for you to germinate, cultivate this, the understanding, so that it comes from you, not from anyone outside of you. A leader, a guru, a this, that, or the other. The inspiration, yes. But the understanding and the embodiment of it to create action is all you. I'm going to let it be. Until next time. I'm going to flip it, and I'll see you tomorrow.